Anyway, hi everybody. Welcome to the show. It's time to cook. It's time to go. I'm glad you're here. And now you know.
Play the song.
Play the song.
Let's go.
Let's go. Play the song. Let's go. I have to get this into my iTunes. It's only in my files. I got it ready.
I told you how we can do that, but
listen to the words.
We haven't got there yet.
Gluten-free, can't you see? That's a lifestyle for me. It's what I have to do just to be healthy. No soy, no corn, limited dairy. These changes made my gut so happy. No more blood in my poop. My intestines cleared up. I'm really glad I'm feeling so much better in my butt. People say it's hard and I'm like, hey, what the what? Never let your food leave you sicker in a rut. When I first started, it was very hard. I was confused, emotionally scarred. But I kept learning, I never gave up. Became an optimist, head filled in my cup. I make delicious food, no I don't need air. It's for my well-being, this is why I care. I'm not doing this to be on trend. I do it for my skin and my rear end. Look at me, gluten-free, now my body's happy. Mindset matters, embrace positivity. If you want to win, if you want to succeed, hit the follow button and you'll learn from me.
Chix and a haircut, gluten-free. Okay, hi everybody. What's going on? What are we making this week, Stacy?
We are making Chinese chicken salad.
Yes, Chinese chicken salad.
And egg drop soup.
Egg drop soup. We are going to, we're going to put up our cookie recipe from this week. These are called, oh my God, they're so good. Pecan maple dream cookies. Pecan maple dream cookies. It's a recipe that I created after we discovered that old Stacy Mao over here cannot have brown sugar, right? Molasses. So I was like, okay, the idea is, mixing sugars, making a good thing. So the trick became in our home bakery, which, by the way, if you ever want some of our baked goods, we do have an online bakery. It's at Loca, L-O-C-A, LocaFoodsInc.com. Okay, but the pecan cookies. So I started cooking with maple. I was like, oh man, I bet maple and pecan would go really good. And I came up with this recipe called pecan maple dreams. And we're gonna make some tonight because we put the dough in the other day after preparing our dough, and I started baking them, but I saved some to bake tonight during Monday night dinner. Speaking of Monday night dinner, Nancy's here. Hello, Nancy.
Good evening, everyone.
There you go. Round of applause for Nancy. Round of applause for Nancy. Nancy, of course, is my birth human. She birthed me. That's her fault I'm here, and you have to see me tonight and listen. But we make delicious food for people who need it, and y'all wouldn't be getting that if it wasn't for Nancy. So here we go. Monday night dinner. Anyone, you want to tell the story a little bit? You feel up to it?
No. So.
No. Stacy will tell it.
Yeah, sure. Most Italian households do what they call like Sunday sauce or Sunday dinner, right? But because everybody started having families and the family was spread a little bit far apart, Nancy wanted to give the weekend, the whole weekend as a family, like, but to each their own family, right? With young kids and all of the things. So instead of Sunday dinner, she started Monday night dinner so that people didn't have to cook after work on Monday. She would cook on Monday, and then everybody could just come by.
It became the easier day for us to have a family day.
Yeah.
So, oh my God, these cookies, just get a look. I want you to see if you can see this. Look at the nuts in there. That's nuts. That's nuts. That's nuts. They're so good. Okay. Anyway, here's our pecan maple dream cookies. So when you're gluten free, and forget it. Tonight the ADHD is just buzzing tonight because it's like we're making Chinese food, which is mine and my. It's been buzzing all day. But here's our cookies. We're gonna throw them in. We're gonna check them in about 8 minutes. The deal is, you want delicious things, right? So, maybe fresher is better. So if you make your frozen cookie dough and you leave it in the freezer and you only make cookies when you want them or need them, you could always have fresh cookies. The top two cookies that we make are these pecan maple dreams and the chocolate chip cookies. And the reason why they're called pecan maple dream is because once I've made that dough and I know it's in the freezer, I dream about these damn freaking cookies until I've eaten them all. All right, so welcome to another learning experience. Tonight, like I always say, we're making our testapes. We're testing recipes for a book that we hope to release in 2024. All these things that we're doing will be in the book. What's next, Stace?
We need to do the chicken and the
Yeah.
cookies, or do we do the soup first?
Now, you know what? Let's get the soup.
Yeah.
Let's get the soup going, right? Okay. So, man, is it tricky to make Chinese food, especially as a New Yorker. Now we got this New York Chinese food that's absolutely delicious my whole life. Without, ready? Oh, you mean without gluten? No. Without soy.
Yep.
Wow. And let me tell you, we nailed it without soy. So here we go. We're going to make our egg drop soup. And like always, if you want one of our recipes, you could go to our Being Gluten-Free group on Facebook. If you join that group, we pop recipes up in there all the time. Or if you want to ask us for a specific recipe that you see us making, just send a message. We're happy to share with you. We need people to test our recipes. So if you want to test them, here we go. That's why they're called recipes. So we are going to put in, I'm making half the recipe tonight, not the whole recipe. So we're going to put in 3 cups of chicken broth. This is not our Deborah broth. This one is chicken broth. From our 3 cups of chicken broth, we're going to move over and we're going to put in 3 cups of the water. The water. I see a lot of things on TikTok about water. It's very interesting to me. About alkaline water and things like that. Looking for alkaline water partners out there. You share alkaline water with me. Let me know. So now we're going to put in. So we put in our broth, our water. We're going to put in some fresh ginger, which I grated before our opening today. Gluten-free. Can't you see? It's the lifestyle of me. What I got to do to be healthy. No corn, no soy, no corn, no soy, limited dairy. Right? Is that the words?
I don't remember which order the soy and the corn is, but yeah, basically.
Something like that, right? Okay. Then another one of our secret ingredients, which helps make all these things work. It's not salt. It's smoked salt. So we have our smoked salt. That also changes the situation. Then we're going to add in. Oh, that's it for now. We're gonna get that going.
Yeah, we don't do the other until after.
Yeah. So I'm gonna let that start to heat up. Just give it a little bit of a stir. Great.
What you doing?
Who,
Reading
me?
the directions?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, you're gonna let it come to a boil.
Yeah. So now I'm gonna break a couple eggs, right? Should we break the eggs first? What are you thinking? Because timing is always like I don't need to practice the time.
I mean, I think the arrow comes first, but maybe not. No, the eggs do, huh?
Yes, they do.
All right, then do it. Do it up.
So I did it, Stace.
I knew.
Ha!
I knew
He
it
said,
would.
break the eggs ahead of time. You always get a little shell in there. I'm like, I can do it. I can do it. You know what I did, right, everybody? All together.
You shelled it.
You shelled it. Now I got 2 more eggs. Now I'm nervous to do them.
Do you want me to do it?
No.
Okay.
I got it. Ready?
All right.
Ready? Ready?
I'm ready.
I was a little bit more gentle that time. Oh, I did it again.
Oh my god.
Okay, so the golden rule from now on will be listen to your wife.
Before.
No, not break your eggs. Listen to your wife. Do you remember that story? It's one of my favorite stories.
No, I don't like that story.
You don't like that story? I thought it was so sweet.
I don't know.
Okay. It's so quiet.
Yeah.
Because I'm concentrating.
Yeah.
Because the last thing you want to do is get a shell in your food.
Oh my god.
It ruins the whole stitch. Wow, I got a couple of them. You know what? These are different eggs than I usually use too.
Yeah,
I'm not
we
trying to
don't
make
usually use
excuses.
jumbo.
Well, we don't usually use jumbo, but I use jumbo tonight because we're specifically making. I was going to say egg foo young. But that's not what we're making at all, is it?
Drop soup?
Egg drop soup. Egg drop soup. Egg foo young, egg drop soup, same difference.
I mean, no. They're not.
No.
They're not really the same thing.
Ah! I did it!
Oh my gosh.
What's that?
You did it.
I did it. I did it. Are you wiping off the lettuce?
I am.
Yeah, I washed my lettuce before class today. Class. It's class. Yeah, it's class now.
Cooking class.
Cooking class. I'm just gonna give this a little 1-2.
You could use this as a cooking class, you know, like if you ask us for the recipe ahead of time, you
That's
can
right.
cook along with us.
That's right.
on Monday night.
If you want to cook along with us, send us a message. Say, hey, what are you making next week? We usually start about 6 Eastern time, and we'll tell you what we're cooking. And then we'll help you out with the grocery list. You know what I'm saying? And then you can cook with us if you want. Or we're gonna post this video on YouTube, right? You can always go back and cook with us the dish on another night. Are the cookies ready?
They need to turn. I was going to tell them.
No problem.
So you're just going to turn around the cookie sheet in the oven so that, most ovens are not even with their bake. So
No.
you want to turn it around.
You got hot spots and
You
stuff
do
like
another
that.
8 minutes.
And then you get to learn your oven. Okay, great.
Yep.
So eggs are ready to go when you're ready. When this is hot, beautiful. We should get this chicken going.
Yeah. At least the pan.
No.
Sure.
Not only are we making egg drop soup, but we're making one of my favorites, which I really like to make earlier because I like it a little bit cold. But tonight, it's going to be a little hot. That's all right.
Well,
We're making...
the chicken and the snow peas are hot. The rest of it's cold. It's good.
The rest of it's cold. It's good. We are making Chinese chicken salad. If you want to take a screenshot, whatever you want to do, or just ask us for the recipe, we will send you the recipe, the testapi. The testapi. Yeah. So, we are heating up the pan so that we can get our chicken in there. Earlier today, I got my chicken ready. I'll tell you what I did. I got a little bit of coconut aminos. Big Tree. Brands matter. When you are gluten-free, soy-free, corn-free, dairy-free, you can't just pick up any brand. Like when I use other milks, Elmhurst, baby. Elmhurst 1925. Shout out to Elmhurst 1925. They're not a sponsor. No, I wish they were. Man, it's just nuts. Filtered water. That's it. It's great. But then you get some other brands, which I'm not going to name, where they have guar gum and this gum and that gum and the other gum and soybean oil. And it's like, well, it defeats the purpose of avoiding these things. You just read everything. You know the rule. Read everything. Yes, be careful of fillers. So I cut my chicken in little pieces, and I put it in my sauce, which is 2 tablespoons of coconut aminos, 2 tablespoons of water, 1 tablespoon of sesame oil, and we always get good sesame oil. 1 teaspoon of smoked salt. See that smoked salt kind of again? It's got a flavor to it. It changes things. And 1/4 teaspoon of white pepper. So there's just a little bit of a hint in there. All right. So we are going to make. So I'm going to set this aside while the what's that thing called that we put the stuff in to cook it?
Oven?
No, top one. Pan. While the pan heats. Words are very tricky for me sometimes. And in the meanwhile, I'm going to make the actual dressing that's going to get thrown over the dish once it's finished. Right? So that's heating up. I'm going to make my dressing here. I don't want to be over there. I'm going to be over here so you can see me. I set it up earlier. We're going to measy pleasy. Right, Stacey?
Yeah.
Yeah, measy pleasy. How do you say it?
Mise en place.
Right, measy pleasy. And Borelli would be proud of me. And we're gonna use 1/4 cup of this is rice vinegar.
Yeah.
Sometimes we use
Coconut.
vinegar.
But you can use any vinegar that you are okay with.
2 cloves of my spoon.
Oh, I didn't because it was a. So.
Okay. I can get another spoon. There's 4 spoons. All right, garlic.
Yeah, garlic.
Yes.
Okay.
2 cloves. And it really is 2 cloves.
Minced.
Yeah. 2 cloves minced garlic. Then we're going to put in 2 tablespoons of that coconut aminos. Again, it's that Big Tree, baby. Different ones have different flavors. And our soup is starting to smoke a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm going to turn it down just a touch for the moment.
Yeah.
And give it a stir. You don't have to. I always watch cooking shows and I'm like, man, whew, that timers. I can't stand the timers. Right? They have a timer counting down the whole time they're cooking. But I get it. You got to keep moving.
You mean like on the contest?
Yes.
Yeah, I always tell Anthony he should go on there, but
No.
he says, no, I don't want a timer to cook within. I want to be able to have my space and
I want to
do
enjoy
whatever
it.
I feel is necessary at the time and not have to feel rushed and behind the 8 ball when you're starting.
Yeah, I enjoy cooking. I don't want pressure when I'm cooking. I want to enjoy it. I mean, if we weren't all hanging out together, I'd probably be playing some cooking music. And usually, I got a drink in my hand.
Are we putting the chicken in here? I think that it's.
Is it ready?
Yeah.
Great. So while I continue to make the dressing, Stacy's going to help me by throwing in the chicken, or am I going to throw it in? There you go. She's going to do it. I just wanted to
Get
make
the
sure.
right device.
Communication, baby. I know it's not your favorite thing to do. Water. My tablespoon of water. After the show, my mother gives me notes. You did this good. You need to do this quicker. Don't rush that.
So does Frank.
So does Frank.
Which is
Frank is
great.
out there.
We love it.
And I know Christian Hughes pops his face around too, man. I
Yeah.
appreciate it.
And your brother sometimes.
Oh yeah, Robin and Deborah sometimes come in there. It's great. I'm doing a dance around you right now. Just stay right there. Okay, we've almost put all our ingredients in. That last ingredient was sugar. But when I make recipes, I back the sugar up every time I cook until I get it as little as possible that it doesn't sharpen the recipe, but I'm not putting an overwhelming amount of sugar in any recipe that we are enjoying together. Next, we're going to have our ginger, right? Trick for ginger. Keep fresh ginger in the freezer, right? And when you need it, leave it out for a minute or two. It'll be easy to peel back, like get a butter knife or something and peel back the skin, and then you get a grater while it's frozen, and you grate it frozen. Easy, easy, easy. Okay, next up, 1 teaspoon smoked salt. You called it smoked salt. Not that regular salt. Sometimes we use regular salt. Don't always need that. Okay, now we're going to mix that up. That's our dressing, isn't it? Whew. That's beautiful. Okay.
Yeah, I'm
Chicken
going to
is
continue
cooking.
to do this.
Yeah.
You want to cut the salad stuff or?
Yeah, I think I'm going to do that next.
Okay.
But you know that soup also needs to be addressed.
Yeah, but not until it's boiled. And
Well,
then
I turned it down. It was getting ready to boil.
Okay,
I
so
turned it
that's
down
the
so it wouldn't keep going
consistency.
without us.
And we put the eggs in first, but you gotta whisk it while you egg it.
Yeah, so I'm thinking. Well, first I forked it, then I whisked it. So if I went now, it'll
Well, I
probably
mean,
go.
in the soup you whisk it.
Yeah.
You want it now?
Well, here's my debate. When you want the soup hot,
Yeah.
and I was thinking about this earlier too. Are you still here? Okay, good. Because we're just having a chat in the kitchen. I want to do the salad first because that should go into a cold place.
Yeah.
So let me cut that first.
Okay.
All right.
Should
So
I turn it down a little bit then?
yes, just turn it down to low, so it's not boiling. It's just ready for when we want it. Control. You got to control your kitchen. You know what I'm talking about over here. All right. So let's get.
I put the carrots here for the grating. If
Cool.
you want to do that. I didn't know what order you wanted to do.
I got you. Okay, so here we go. Ready? 1 head of romaine lettuce. I already washed it. I'm gonna cut that up. The way I cut my lettuce. I got a piece on the floor, Mom, so don't worry, I'll get it.
I'm just stirring the chicken to turn it over.
And that's gonna go right in my bowl. Boom. See what I'm saying? Easy, nice and easy. You may for those of you who've been around, you may recognize this bowl. Mom, what bowl is this?
Fish salad.
It's the fish salad bowl.
Christmas fish
The
salad.
Christmas fish salad bowl. Absolutely. I can't wait to do that again. I think I want to do a summer version.
Yeah.
Raise your hand if you want a summer version of the Italian seafood salad we made.
You've been talking about that for a while.
I've been talking about that for a while. That's going to happen.
Okay, that's the cookies.
Great.
Give me 1 second and I'll take them out.
So cut my lettuce.
This chicken.
Washed a little bit earlier.
Let me see what they're.
Throw it in the bowl.
Pretty good tonight.
The cookies?
Yeah.
What do you mean pretty good?
Well, the
You
other
hold it up to the
day,
heat?
well, sometimes you have to do a little bit of extra time.
Yes.
Depends on the thickness that you cut your cookies and whatnot.
Yes.
And tonight, I believe the thickness looks pretty good, which means that they're done right on our usual
Right on
time.
our usual time.
Don't back up.
I won't back up. Sometimes I like to make the cookies thick. Do I make the cookies thick sometimes?
There's the cookies. Yay, cookies. Whoop, whoop, whoop.
You know who's going to be happy about that?
Your dad.
Bobby.
Yeah.
Kiwanis Bob. So we're almost done cutting my lettuce. Once we finish the lettuce, we got a couple of other items that are going to go into our salad. Some of them I pre-cut, some of them I didn't. I tried to mix it up, show you some things.
And have a few things done beforehand.
Yeah. few things done beforehand, just for pacing and stuff like that. And listen,
A little mise en place.
a little easy pleasy. Like I
Never
said,
hurt anybody.
this is a learning experience. I have never cooked like this. Is what the 5th time or 6th time I've ever cooked live online.
Something like that.
That's ready for the snow peas.
Okay, we're gonna put the snow peas in our chicken.
Great. While she's doing that, I am going to add a cup and a half of red and white cabbage. Now, we cheated a little bit. We're only 2 of us, right? Well, my parents eat with us on Monday nights, but
Yeah, we did cheat a little bit this time.
I got
Instead of getting a whole head of cabbage for each, because we don't need that much.
right. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put it in here. It's supposed to be a cup and a half, right? I'm going to take 2 handfuls. Then I'm going to do this little trick. If you're not familiar, no good. No bueno.
Wow.
Yep. If you're not familiar with this little trick,
I'm just glad you didn't hurt yourself.
yeah. I'm just gonna put 1, 2, 3. Gonna cut it 3 times and right into my bowl, and there you go. Yeah, I know. It just came flying out of my hand.
Uh-huh. As things do.
As things do.
The way it goes sometimes.
That's right. At least there was no cameraman to kill it.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? Like the cameraman would have been jumping to the side. Oh, no.
Or thank God it didn't like pierce your iPad or something.
Uh-huh. Okay, so here we go. Red and white cabbage. Cut it. Boom. Boom. There you go. 1, 2, 3. Done. Okay. Next. Stace, can I give you the white cabbage?
For what?
This is why you do everything neat and pleasing.
You mean put it in the fridge?
Just to get it away from here and over to you would be helpful. Put it in the fridge,
The
sure.
other one.
What?
Where's the other one?
I probably put it over there already.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So, whew, man, there's a lot of concentrating going on tonight. This is a very tricky one. You know what?
Oh boy.
Maybe I'm missing, but maybe it's because I'm missing
Chef juice.
my chef juice. All right, chef juice in effect. 2 fingers, please.
Chef juice in effect.
There we go. Okay, now here's all my homies.
Oh my God.
Okay, all my gluten-free homies in the house. So,
Gluten free. Can't you see? It's the last step for me.
this is what I gotta do just to be healthy. No soy, no corn, limited dairy.
These changes made my gut so happy.
No more blood in my food. Fantastic cleaner. I really got my feelings on my belly in my butt.
People say it's hot, and I'm like, hey,
What the what?
I'm not your food. Leave me sick over my butt.
Okay, concentrate.
That's all I got right
Uh-huh.
now.
So the romaine lettuce, the cabbage, the red and the white, 1 large carrot. I didn't have 1 large carrot today, so we're featuring 2 medium carrots. Or 2 small carrots.
Yeah.
I should have did this. This is what I should have did ahead of time. She said to me,
Asked you about-
which things do you want to do ahead of time? I don't know, pick this one, pick that one.
I
you know-
asked you specifically about the carrots.
Yeah, I know you did. I'm not denying anything.
I want to do that on camera. I said, okay.
I'm married to
That's what
50,
you
not
want
at
to
25. I know better. Give credit where credit is due.
Listen, man, if that's what you want to do, I'm here to support you.
Uh-huh. Wow, this salad's insane. I love this salad.
Yeah. This is a good salad. I think this is ready. Don't you? I can do it.
Yes,
I'm
probably.
just gonna turn it off for the moment and we'll put the lid back on.
Yeah.
Just to make sure.
Anyway,
everything's all the way through.
listen, if you're gluten-free and you need help, we're the people you want to know.
All right, I'm gonna turn the soup back up a little bit, or no?
If we're ready to start putting the egg in,
Yeah.
okay, great.
When it boils.
Turn it back up. I don't really want it boiling.
Oh.
I want it
Well,
just,
that's not my real. Okay, then I have to change the instructions. I'll say bring to just before
yes.
a boil.
That sounds
to
good.
the start of a boil. Yeah.
That's right. When you see the first boop.
Couple of little boots.
Okay, so here's what we got going on right now, all right?
Wow,
This
that
is-
looks amazing.
It does look amazing, doesn't it?
Yeah.
This is when I was like, hey, get the other guy in here with the photos to take a picture. Wow, you're getting crazy up in there.
Me? What? I'm just whisking.
Yeah. So,
I think he likes it.
I do like it. Radishes and green onions. So here we're at. We're at the point of radishes.
I matched
Cool.
it to the radishes before.
That's right. Matchstick the
Put it
radishes.
over here maybe so we can see it on the.
What, it's out?
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Now I can't see the whole thing.
Oh, well, I mean, because I wanted them to see it.
Green onion in, and that's it. That's it for that.
Yeah. Now it's just waiting for the final touch.
When we serve it, I'm going to garnish with slivered almonds and
Green onions?
no,
No. Oh.
crispy noodles. Now here's the deal.
I
I
can't.
found gluten-free, soy-free, corn-free,
Dairy-free.
dairy-free Chinese like crispy noodles, but there's paprika in it, so she can't have the paprika. Otherwise, I would mix them into the salad, but in this case, I'm not going to. I am going to put the salad over here. Stacey, say something to our guests.
Something.
Say something else.
Something else.
There you go.
If you don't know that joke, look up Goodnight Gracie, and you'll find it. If you don't know what Goodnight Gracie is, if you look it up, you'll see. It has to do with George Burns and Gracie Allen. And George Burns was like my favorite when I was a kid, which is like kind of crazy. I feel like
You know what? Before I put that in the fridge.
child, but oh
Where's the
God, You Devil was like one of my favorite movies.
Before I put that in the fridge, I am gonna throw my dressing on it so it starts to do its thing. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, and
Yeah. What's up?
this didn't get mixed.
Yes, it did. What happens with arrowroot is it settles back down fairly quickly.
It definitely.
That's why I leave.
Settled.
Yeah, that's why I leave the what do you call it in there?
Right?
Yeah.
Okay,
I should have doubled that dressing.
I whisked it back to life. Arrowroot is a substitute for something like cornstarch. So if you can't have corn, or if you're just not happy with the quality of cornstarch available, you could use arrowroot instead of cornstarch, and it's pretty the same thing. It's a thicker, and you mix it with water to add to gravies and soups and things for thickening.
Okay.
For all your thickening needs.
Here's what I'm putting in the fridge. Look at that. Beautiful. Colorful,
Okay.
fresh,
Put
beautiful.
that in the fridge and then come back and do the eggs.
Yes, yes. Let me wipe my hands real quick.
Yeah, and I can turn this camera just a slight bit so that you get just a little bit more of that area.
Cool.
With-
This is a big one tonight. Woo.
What's a big one?
There's a lot of things going on tonight. This is a big one tonight.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Hey, everybody. Hey, everybody. Yes, she's going to be worried about the egg. Timer. We have very different relationships to timers. Nobody's right or wrong.
Just like to be on top.
I know you do, baby. Okay. Ready? You can start.
Oh, you're supposed to whisk it while you put it in, no?
There's debates about that, so
Okay.
let's talk about it.
No, I wrote the recipe because that's
Yes, I understand. So
If
if
it's
you
not
whisk it like
thick.
crazy, it's
No,
thick
it's just
and
a little.
great, right? But if you drop it a little bit too, then you get a couple of like egg drop soup. You know what I'm saying?
A little
So-
floppy.
Yeah. So I like to do a little bit of that. I think that the whisk method is much faster, but
But it does get caught in the whisk a little bit.
It does.
too, So,
it does.
you know.
Yep. But look at that, huh?
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Normally our eggs parts are small, and I'm liking what's going on.
Yeah, and see Stacey, that's exactly what it is. If you whisk it like a mad person,
Yeah,
the egg parts are gonna be
really tiny.
really tiny. But if you drop it, you're gonna get more like little more like strings, which is really what I really want.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I promised my mother, Mom, I don't know how to do it. Who out there likes onion soup?
Oh yeah, French onion soup.
Yeah, well, I'm just gonna say onion soup first, and then we'll see about making it French. Ooh, there's another shell in there. I see it.
Okay.
That's all right. Eyes. Gotta look at everything you're making. Eyes on the food at all times. You know what I'm saying? See it?
No, I can't see anything right now.
All right.
I mean, I can, but I can't. It's like. Too
Cool. No, we're doing great.
Yeah.
Gluten-free, soy-free, corn-free, dairy-free. Oh, you know what I haven't told anybody tonight, Stace?
What's that?
We wrote a best-selling book already.
Oh, we did.
We did.
Oh yeah.
It's up on it's right behind the camera or up on the man.
Yeah, I can't get to.
And tomorrow we're going to be on a local access TV show. Tap dancing, which is going to be a lot of fun.
Doing our first love.
Doing our what?
Our first love.
Doing our first love.
So this
Jack
is our
Reynolds
original
things.
cover. We have a new cover. It's in a place where you don't want me to get because there would be some really weird camera angles happening if I did.
What?
If I tried to get the other thing, it would be a little bit awkward.
Okay.
I'm just gonna show you our first cover. But yeah, it's called Food is a Prescription, and we wrote it because we were noticing a lot of people asking questions in some Facebook groups about, oh my God, my son just got diagnosed with celiac and he has to go gluten free. How do I even start? What do I do? And a lot of people were posting stuff like that and kind of looked at each other like, yeah, of course. There really isn't a guide to changing your lifestyle like that. So we decided to write our own type of guide. We called it a handbook for those currently on or prescribed a gluten-free, soy-free, corn-free, and or dairy-free diet. But it's not just about that. It's about changing your mindset to change your lifestyle and just have a better, healthful experience.
I was very lucky to have her. You cats. Around me when I discovered I had to change my diet. Changing something as fundamental as your diet can be a very difficult thing to do. However, if you have knowledge, it can be a very easy thing to do. Yeah. And the thing that helped me be successful was that I had a partner who's already gone through this, so they were able to help me. And it helped me observe what it's like to live like that and come up with other tips and tricks because I was able to be an observer before I was a partaker. So that's why it's like tips and tricks and everything like that. But aside from that, there is no prescription for a gluten-free diet. No. If you have to go take Cipro, they give you a prescription. You go pick it up. If you got to take Tylenol, you go to the freaking store and you pick it up. If they prescribe you a gluten-free or an alternative diet, there's no prescription. You can't go pick up the solution. The solution is knowledge and wisdom and good food and food diaries and food cards and food bags and how many of you out there ever heard of the ADA, Americans with Disability Act? There is something in the American Disability Act that allows people like Stacy and I to bring food into places that other people typically can't bring it because we have food allergies, and it's the Reasonable Accommodation Act. Now, I can't go up into some place with 6-packs on my shoulders and things like that, but if I need to bring a sandwich in somewhere.
It's reasonable.
Reasonable. Those are the kind of things that we like to talk about and want other people to know too, because we didn't know them at first. Yeah. And then we knew it. So now you want to tell them, you want to scream it from the rooftop so everyone has access to the same wisdom that you have been blessed with. Okay, anyway. Chicken soup is not chicken soup, it's egg drop soup, and it's almost done, ready to go, right?
You gotta do the arrowroot.
Great, let's add the arrowroot. That has to go into the...
the consistency that you want.
Great, and that has to go into the... Salad, which is in the fridge.
Yeah.
Okay, all the things are working now. Now, I'm going to put my arrowroot into my egg drop soup and start and get that. You know that consistency that egg drop soup has? Well, what do they use? They use the same thing they use to thicken everything else. Stacey?
Cornstarch.
Cornstarch.
I talked to them about it.
Yeah. However, there are other options. Wisdom prevails. If you know about the other options, you can do the other thing. If you don't know about the other options, you're suffering. You could wind up in a negative frame of mind because it's something that you're wanting and craving.
Or you're still getting sick after eliminating things that you thought
That's right.
were harming you, but you're still getting sick because you didn't even know that this thing was really making you sick.
That's right. So arrowroot is basically a little, tiny little bit less than a 1-to-1 with cornstarch. I'm finishing this off with really nice sesame seed oil. And that's it. Our egg drop soup is done. And we will serve that with a little bit of green onion on top when we take dinner upstairs to my parents.
Yeah, you got your sesame oil you put in?
Yeah, just did that.
I missed that description.
Now, the one thing that you can do is black pepper. I'm just going to do a little bit on top now, then leave the black pepper on the table upstairs so that you can add more if you wish. I'm going to move this to the back burner. And I'm going to let that sit while we finish up mixing our chicken and go for it. I would just pour this whole thing in there.
Oh, okay. I didn't know because of the
Close to the other
sauce
juice.
on the bottom.
Yeah, I kind of think that sauce contributes to the whole dish. There you go. Boom. It's in. Executive decision made. That's why that's recipe. If we don't like that one little, I just don't want that little one little soapy. That's why they test a piece. You do it this way one way this time, you do it this way next day that time, and then you put it in a book. This way everybody doesn't have to figure it out for themselves. You figure it out for them. All right, where are we at?
Well, do you want me to play the song?
I don't know. I think we've made everything. So tonight, if you want any of the recipes, go to our website. You can do the title of the book, foodasaprescription.com. You can go to the website. Once you're there, if you put your email in, you'll get 6 free recipes. Yeah, it's a subscription. You get an email, but I don't send any emails out too often, and I do it. It's not automated. We don't have the AI taking care of it yet. We're still doing it ourselves. So you get the free recipes there. Come to YouTube. If you want the pecan maple dream cookies, we're going to post them on YouTube this week. It's Loca, L-O-C-A, Foods, Inc., gluten-free.
No, Loca Foods, gluten-free.
Pardon me. Loca Foods, gluten-free. Anthony, don't you see? Then we got the tickety-tock. Oh, and the group on Facebook. Being gluten-free, mindset matters. This mindset does matter. Listen, if you think that this is very hard to do, well, then that's the experience you're going to have. It's going to be hard to do. If you think that this is easy to do, well, then that's the experience. You're going to find it easy to do. Don't try to replace things right away that you love. Find new things to love. There are a lot of flavors out there. And I think aside from that, Stacey, we should sing and dance.
Yeah,
We're going to sing and dance about our food.
The first one? No, we're going to do it after.
What's that? What first one? Oh, yeah, I guess I forgot. What is it? Okay, let's do that.
This, and
This,
then that?
and then that.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a learning experience, you know what I'm saying? Hit it.
Gluten-free, can't you see? That's a lifestyle for me. It's what I have to do just to be healthy. No soy, no corn, limited dairy. These changes made my gut so happy. No more blood in my poop. My intestines cleared up. I'm really glad I'm feeling so much better in my butt. People say it's hard and I'm like, hey, what the what? Never let your food leave you sicker in a rut. When I first started, it was really hard. I was confused, emotionally scarred. But I kept learning, I never gave up. Became an optimist, half filled in my cup. I make delicious food, no, I don't need air. It's for my well-being, this is why I care. I'm not doing this to be on trend. I do it for my skin and my real end. Look at me, gluten-free, now my body's happy. Mindset matters, embrace positivity. If you want to win, if you want to succeed, hit the follow button and you'll learn from me.
Shave and a haircut. Gluten-free. Thank you so much for being here. With that, I'm going to say follow all the things, like all the things. If you want us to stick around, that'll keep us here. And Stacey, I need you to dance for me. Ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4. All we do is delicious, because delicious is all we do. Thanks for being here. Catch the replay on YouTube, everybody. Catch the replay on YouTube, everybody. See you next time. We're going to go eat some dinner.
Bye.
Bye.